arguments is to have.
So obviously you're watching this video on YouTube somehow, whether it be from the Shawnee Mission East channel or just directly from our website. Either way, you are watching this on YouTube, which on its own has its own streaming service, YouTube Red, which is mainly because of the success of Netflix. Because currently at the moment, Netflix is the biggest streaming service there is right now, standing with 200 million subscribers to their service, with Hulu having 40 million subscribers, Amazon Prime having 112 million subscribers, HBO Max with 41 million, and Disney Plus with 73 million. Those last two came out last year and already having millions of subscribers already. These streaming services are becoming more popular and more of the norm too, which usually people watching these streaming services on a day-to-day basis. But are these streaming services affecting us more than what we would think? Let's take a look. On November 28, 2018, a woman was driving 70 miles an hour on Interstate 94. At the same time she was driving, she was also watching Netflix. And unfortunately what would happen is to be expected. She crashed a car. This incident of a distraction really highlights the fact on how easily a human can get distracted. The University of California, Irvine studied that it takes an average of 23 minutes for you to get back to work after getting distracted. High school students are really special in this case, because generally high school students have a hard time staying focused whenever in class or just generally when you're working on homework or so. And since high school students are usually stressed, the fact that a majority of high school students also use their phone at night to stay up even longer is another contributing factor to the fact that a lack of sleep can heavily affect your work motive and also staying focused as well. Because lack of sleep, unhealthy diet, and also the fact that being stressed is a major contributor all adds to the fact that getting distracted as a high school kid is much more prominent. 56% of East students said that they like having a streaming service in the background while they work, while the 44%, like myself, don't like having one in the background at all. But generally, to see how this affects me, since I don't have one usually, I'm going to set up an experiment towards how this can affect me. So in the first experiment, I am going to work on my homework while I have the streaming service in the background. And for the second experiment, I'm going to have nothing. I'm just going to work single-handedly, focused just on the work. So for the first assignment, I'm going to be doing a science homework. And so there's two types of the assignments. There's a version A and version B. Originally I have to do version B just for myself, but for the video I'm going to do version A first and then version B, with the streaming service played on this TV right here. So it's the same unit, it's just different questions, and that's all. So I'll be setting a timer on my phone right here. I'll start the timer now because it just started. Alright, actually, so I'll show it real quick. Like, my final time was 5 minutes and 13 seconds. Right, so now that I've done the first one, which was assignment A, I'm going to be doing assignment B. But if you see right here, I'm going to be playing a regular show right here. Because it's one of the shows that I think would probably get me very distracted, because I like it a lot. So, it does keep it in-game, it does keep a timer on here as also, so I won't need the stopwatch. And so this one was 5:13 on this one. It's the same unit, so like I said, so it should be, I guess almost the same, unless what I think regular show will help distract me out from it. Alright, so the assignment has started, and so has regular show. So So the final time was 8:29, so quite a difference from the first assignment, which was 5:13, I believe. So this was a 3 minute and 16 seconds increase, so about almost 2 times or so the inefficiency in time. But this was also the fact that I did know both very well, so it was much easier for me to concentrate and just go through the assignments very fast.
But in the case of studying, and so it would be much more harder for me to stay focused due to the fact that I have to keep this information intact too. So that was the results of that, and it's much harder for it to do. But I did feel much happier when I was doing this. I did feel much more happy.
So the results of the experiment are as of this. So at the beginning for my first experiment, it was much more easier and much more confident and much more focused on the assignment. So from that I was much more able to get past it and got a time of 5:13. And for the second experiment, I felt like as if I had more fun and I was enjoying the assignment much more. Although I feel like as if I just really wanted to get through the assignment and just start watching the show on its own. But I did pull through and finish the experiment and got a time of more than 8 minutes. So it was quite a difference between 5:13 and the second experiment. I felt as if both experiments have their pros and cons. So as long as you're staying healthy and have a good sleep schedule, either experiment can be just a good way to work it out. So instead of staying focused generally on the work, the best thing a high school student can do is staying focused on themselves and to improve themselves. So I'm Roberto Galicia, and this is the Shawnee Mission East Harbinger.